The Chief of Staff, Julius Deborah, has ordered the Attorney General, Marietta Brew-Apia-Opong, to recover a total of 1.9 million Ghana cedis from the company that undertook the bus rebranding contract. A report presented to the Chief Justice by the Attorney General on Tuesday indicated that the 1.9 million Ghana cedis is an excess payment made for the service rendered. The Chief of Staff last week requested the Attorney General to conduct an urgent review on the contract following concerns raised about the cost of the spraying and branding. A detailed pro forma invoice for the rebranding of the buses revealed government paid almost 11,000 Ghana cedis for stickers placed on each bus. Let's speak with Mr. Vitus Azim of the Ghana Integrity Initiative for more insight. Hello, sir.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. The directive for the retrieval of the money should come as a relief. What do you think?
Well, the retrieval of the money would be some relief, but it will not be full relief as expected by Ghanaians. You know, when this thing came out, there were a lot of concerns. One, whether it was even necessary to spend that money and brand the buses or rebrand the buses, when the space could have been given to the corporate sector to advertise their products and pay some money to the state. Secondly, the recovery of the money, we don't know how they arrive at it. Is it an extra payment or an illegal payment? Was it that the cost was inflated, or somebody just took that money away and described it as part of the cost of the rebranding? So, but even that, let's say we are able to recoup the money. That should not be enough, because who actually was directly involved in the whole process? Was it properly authorized? Did they go through the procurement processes? Who broke the rules that led to that loss that the state was going to incur? So these are some of the questions that still need answers.
Okay, Mr. Azim, the Transport Minister has resigned following the saga. What next?
The Minister has resigned, has accepted responsibility because the agency is under her ministry. We don't know if she was directly involved in the impropriety of the whole process, or she just decided that since she was a minister, it's better to accept responsibility. But she should not be used as a scapegoat. And her resignation should not necessarily bring an end to this whole thing. Some people would have probably been directly involved in either breaking the laws or going ahead to do the thing without the appropriate authority. And those people too must come up and face some sanction. If the minister herself was directly involved, then the resignation is not enough sanction. Resignation is supposed to be a voluntary thing, but on her side. So apart from her, whether she's directly involved or not, and then the other people that, whether they are directly involved or not, there should be some sanctions on those that are directly involved.
Do you suspect it's a cover-up to the whole issue, the minister's resignation?
I don't have any reason to suspect that there's a cover-up, but the thing is that transparency is very important when you are fighting corruption. They need to come out clearly with the findings, and we know somebody will have been responsible. We just need to know. And they are probably thinking that if we just, once the minister has resigned, that would not be the end, at least as far as many Ghanaians are concerned, to know what actually happened, who was responsible, what actions you are taking on those people.
Okay, Mr. Azim, so far we have not heard any statement from the company involved in the rebranding. Do you think authorities should do something about this and force them to speak to the issue?
They also will have an explanation to do, because if the quote one, for example, they did not go through competitive bidding. And so if they inflated certain costs, and it has turned out that they deliberately inflated certain costs just because they were the only people that were picked to do this job, that too could bring about some questions on their part, and they would have some questions to answer. The fact that they have agreed that there's a difference, there was an overpayment of 1.9 million that should be recovered, already means that there was something fishy about it. And that may not necessarily be from the public officer side alone, also be from the side. And so that too need to be looked at.
Okay, so In the rare case the company decides not to pay back the money, what happens then?
Well, we have laws in place. If you can establish that they were not entitled to the money, they cannot refuse to pay back. You go to court and force them to pay back.
Thank you so much.
They have access that you can also seize if they don't have cash to pay.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Azim. That was Vitus Azim, Executive Director, GII. Now, several people have been left critically injured with properties worth thousands of Ghana cedis destroyed following an explosion at an abandoned quarry site in the Nsawam Aduajiri municipality in the eastern region. It is believed that the company which used to operate the site left behind some explosives, causing the deadly explosion Wednesday evening. It is not known how the substances were triggered, but the severity of the blast has also collapsed some buildings in the community. Deputy Interior Minister James Agalga, speaking to newsmen, said some illegalities have been committed and they will fish it out.
First and foremost, send our condolences to the family of the deceased. We are informed by the regional commander and the briefings we got that a life was lost and several others injured. And so we send our condolences to the family of the deceased. We would also want to wish those who sustained various degrees of injuries a speedy recovery. We understand a sizable number of them have already been discharged, and that currently it's left with just one person who is on admission and receiving treatment at the Nsawam Government Hospital. And now, having said that, I would want to add quickly that the importation of explosives is covered by some legal regime which even requires that before you bring them into the country, you must obtain the minister's permit. The CID has something to do with the issuance of licenses once the permit is issued by the minister. And so the issue needs to be thoroughly investigated so that we understand how the Quarry, the company involved, came by those explosives in the first place, whether they complied with the legal regime or not. And so these are the issues which should be thoroughly investigated. We're going back to Accra, we'll do further consultations, and at the appropriate time, would be announcing to the general public what measures would be put in place with the view to investigating the issue thoroughly and coming out with findings and the way forward in respect of what has happened. But it's been devastating. You can see the extent of damage. And so moving forward, we definitely must tighten things so far as handling of explosives is concerned. The preliminary findings shows clearly that some illegality may have been occasioned, and that is what we are interested in. If we unravel any illegality, we're going to deal squarely with whoever may have been responsible for the illegal conduct.
The Acting Inspector General of Police, COP John Kudolo, said investigations will begin right away.
We assure the general public that we are going to do everything to get to the bottom of this matter, to ensure that the right things are being done. And secondly, I want to give a word of caution. Secondly, I want to say on the point that that place for now is a no-go area. We have the place cordoned. The police will ensure that there's multiple security there because the place is not all that safe. And some people are going there, as they said, to go and collect scraps, some to go and see if they will get some dead animals and other things for the Xmas. But that's not the issue. That place is a no-go area. We're going to cordon the place and ensure there's total security there. And again, I want to tell the group of this area that we shall continue for our patrols, our security for them, for the Unitide, and they must cooperate by giving any information that they have on the existence of this facility, so to facilitate our work and make sure that we get down the corporates involved. And so nobody has shown up as at now as owners of that facility. But once again, I assure you that we shall get to the bottom and make everything painstakingly to ensure that justice is done.
The Eastern Regional Minister, Entry Bosiako Setre, who was at the site, also explained the next step of action.
I've checked from the EPA boss in the region, and he said that they don't have permit. But he told me that it was only Monday that he came, the proprietor or the owner came to him to say that he had got some explosives in the port and wanted a permit to go and clear. And he told him that he should bring all his papers to ensure that he is legally recognized to operate those areas. But he couldn't come until this blasting came. So it is clear that the owner did not keep safety measures that must go with holding of explosives. But we have come to see the damage that has been caused. Our military and police have advised us as to the next steps to take and ensure that people do not go there. Our civilians do not go there at all. But we were told that some of our citizens were trying to go there and catch on the disaster to collect scrap and other things. It is not safe for anybody to go there if we are not in the military or in the security services. But we hope that we will take the appropriate measures to ensure that that does not reoccur. And we believe that when the Interior Deputy Minister goes, he will brief his boss, and then some committee will be put in place to investigate and let us see the actual causes and what actually happened, so that we can take the necessary measures to foresaw future occurrence.
Meanwhile, the Regional Director of the Environmental Protection Agency, Felix Ado-Ochre, has revealed in an interview with Joy News that the company stopped work 4 years ago and will conduct investigations into how the explosives found their way to the site.
The quarry site the quarry is called the Piabo Quarry. The office is aware that there was a quarry there, but for the past 4 years, the quarry has ceased operation. So we are aware that there was a quarry, but currently not working. Well, let me explain to you. The explosion is not from the quarry operations. It is storage of some chemicals that exploded, but it is not a quarry operation. There has been a regular visit to the site, and there hasn't been any operation since. So as I speak, I don't personally know when this kind of activity started at the site. I am saying that we don't know, but the office doesn't have any idea of what is happening there. Then it means that there is no permit issued to them to do the activity they are doing. We are still under the preliminary investigation to find out what has gone on and when the whole thing started and where they got the mandate to do that. And then out of that, we'll know what to do. I think it will be premature for me to tell you what EPA is going to do, since we haven't finished with the initial investigation to find out what exactly has gone wrong.
Police has confirmed 38-year-old Ibrahim is the only casualty recorded in yesterday's blast. The Greater Accra Regional Branch of the Motor Traffic and Transport Department of the Ghana Police Service has attributed the unusually heavy vehicular congestion that hit the capital Wednesday to a change in shopping habit and partly to an accident that occurred in Dansoman. In an interview with Joy News, Commander of Accra MTTD ACP Anderson Fosu Aka said the department is deepening efforts to ensure public safety, but urged private car users to resort to public transport around this period.
We started traffic management as early as 5:30 a.m. I was at Dansoman Junction, and there was an accident at Dansoman Junction, and that created a lot of traffic from Dansoman right down to Makati Hill. So after 6 a.m. when the accident vehicle was removed out of the road, you saw there a lot of heavy traffic coming, and all of them converge at, those coming to Accra converge at TTB, this intersection. And from here to Lawrence Park, you see that people could not exit, and human traffic. You see a lot of people also working on the pavement, and they've taken part of the road. So if you walk through from CMB up to Lawrence Park, you see that human beings have taken one side of the road, leaving the other side for traffic, and that also accounted of traffic within the city center. As a result, those from Circle coming to the Kwame Nkrumah Avenue to Accra Central could not have any way because there is only one route. The dual carriage has turned to a single lane. That also caused the traffic. Or no accident for me, it hasn't come to my notice. But on the 25th, my advice to people who will be holidaying that they should not take to drink driving. People who might not have license may take that there might not be enough or sufficient vehicles on the road, so they may try their hands on the steering wheel. They should avoid all those things. And people who are tired, because people may be working today, tomorrow, and they'll get tired on 25th. All those people are advised not to drive. If they know that they are tired, they should hire somebody or they can join any commercial vehicle. And tomorrow too, people who think they can park their vehicles elsewhere and join commercial vehicles, I think it will be better for them to do that so that they might not still be in congestion and they may get home very late and tired.
We'll take a break on news today. We'll be back with more. Welcome back. This is News Today. Now, the Deputy Minister of Agriculture in charge of livestock says the reported bird flu outbreak in Tema and its environs has been contained. Hannah Bisu, speaking to Joy News when she toured some abattoirs in Accra, said it is safe to consume chicken this Yuletide.
Long resolved. You see, anytime that you hear there's an outbreak on a farm, because we've gone into contain. So as we speak, we do not have any issue with the bird flu.
Hannah Bisu also told Joy News some of her findings on the tour of abattoirs.
Well, the reason for the tour, first of all, is to familiarize ourselves with what is going on in our various abattoirs. And you also want to see how best we can do to reshape, the abattoirs that we have in our country, and also to make sure that during this, festive seasons, we deliver nothing but healthy meat to the people.
So what is the purpose of today's tour in Greater Accra?
It's the continuation of what the ministry has started. This morning from 3 a.m. we were at Amasaman Abattoir. We've gone to Accra Abattoir, we've gone to Gihok, and then we are here in Jefanko. So it's a continuation of the visit. And from here we'll be visiting live bird markets. That's
So through your visit, what came up? What are some of the issues or challenges that you met with the people?
Well, some of the places you have the structures in place, but what you see happens on the ground is a management problem. And so a place like Kumasi Abattoir, they have what it takes to be of standards, but there are issues with management. And I'm not saying because they don't manage themselves well, but when it comes to an abattoir, the main job is to slaughter animals. And so if the process is bad, then the things are not happening very well. There are a lot of things in Kumasi that are not right, huge number of things. And one will ask, why didn't we close it? We did not because it's not because they don't have the structures to operate. They are not operating it well. So they've been given time to work on it. We will go there again and we will push for closure if they do not, abide by the sanitary regulations that they have to. And in fact, I've instructed the vets that as a vet, a professional, it becomes unethical and unprofessional when you approve a meat that you know you shouldn't have approved. Not because you're approving meat that is sick, but that they will condemn it. They condemn those. But after that, what about the fresh meat that may be going with, you know, with E. coli and with any other bacteria? What are we going to do to stop that? The only thing we can do is to stop washing carcasses in the stagnant water as you could find there, and then on the floor, dragging viscerals on the floor. And what I then also, you know, like was the processing area was where people went in, and it was like a whole market where, you know, they were bargaining for prices, and it's totally wrong. So
Christmas is a time for friends, family and festivities. It's also a time for food and loads of it. Traditionally, rice with chicken stew and fufu with chicken soup are the favorite meals in majority of homes on Christmas Day. Well, it appears the tradition is changing. Joy News' Karim Osman finds out more.
I'm a vegetarian, you know, so I think I'll go for banku and okra stew, basically. Yeah, to be precise.
You mean fatredachi?
Yes, fatredachi and akple.
I'll be eating tiozafi with, as a north now, I need to go north way, tiozafi with Madam Ambito or ayoyo soup.
You said mambito?
Bito is the north, we have some leaf, unama with added to grano, that's bito, we call it bito. Oh, you know, probably children always love rice. So you can expect rice from me because of my children. I myself, my favorite food is fufu, fufu and abenkwai. You understand? So you can expect fufu and abe katinko from me.
Oh, on Friday, I'll do variety. You see, many banku kakra, then I'll go chalk and plus fufu, then I'll go around for the indomie, then fried rice, then chicken something, then I'll go kill and plus shawarma, pizza, then I'll go get Coke, then Sprite, then I'll go corn and plus some dongas or something like so. Is that not a wicked combination? No, it be clever, it be smart combination. How about stuff no go bad? Be smart.
Now, for the many people that we've spoken to, Friday is going to see a very fascinating combination. For some, it's going to be traditional and continental. For others, it's going to be entirely traditional or continental. Whichever style you choose for your cooking, don't forget that I am definitely among your guests. Reporting for Joy News, Karim Osman, Accra.
The headmistress of the Akropong School for the Blind says most often the management of the school goes through difficult conditions to ensure smooth operations of the school. According to her, most parents do not provide for the children, though they need special attention. Madam Mahela Na was speaking on the challenges the special students go through to survive when she received some donations.
This school started with 4 students in 1945. Today we are almost 400, 394 now. As I can say now, the school is 70 years. But you look at, so the attitude of some of the parents is so negative. To them, they don't, I don't know whether that's their thoughts anyway, but maybe they feel there's nothing good that can come out of these children. Yet some of these children end up being the breadwinners for their families. We have a lot of examples. Some are working in the school, some are working in a lot of enviable positions. Go to all over the university, Legon, a lot of our students, and they perform too. So I don't see the reason why parents don't care. If you don't have at least visits, or you can even call, find out how is my child. But the children come to school, nobody cares.
She also appealed to individuals and organizations to help the school purchase their teaching and learning materials.
Some of the children are spastic, so they can't use their hand frame. It's Perkins Braille, that's the machine that we use to write, because internationally, that's internationally accepted, the standard. But now, one Perkins Braille costs almost 4,000 Ghana cedis. We are grateful that is the one we have. A family, the Ayasin sisters, the 3 Ayasins at Accra, Newtown, they've managed to procure one for us. 4,000 Ghana. So how many people can afford it? And every child is supposed to get one. And we can't boast of 20 good ones functioning. So that's a very big challenge to us. how to get it. Okay, then these braces, the government it's imported. So GS imported some, it was in the warehouse. But some time ago, the GS warehouse got bent at Tema. So they lost actually a lot. I know the challenges for so teaching learning matters. We appeal to parents that just as you buy exercise book for your sighted children, their exercise book, their notebook, their jotter is the broadsheet. So at least try to buy a packet. So this is what we say every parent should buy a packet. The A4 that they use now is 35 cedis a ream. And they have a machine inside the package. That one is 38 cedis per ream.
Meanwhile, Breast Care International has donated some food items and toiletries to the school for their upkeep. The CEO of Breast Care International, Dr. Beatrice Wiafe Adai, explains the reason for the gesture.
To me that I could do something for the school, something small. Let me share whatever we are going to share during this period with the school so that these children who are physically challenged can also enjoy some of the Christmas festivities. So we came all the way from Kumasi, the Breast Care International and the Peace and Love Hospitals to donate these few items to the students. We believe that they also have their quota. They also have the talent. They will also grow up and help in the nation building. Unfortunately, they are not in a regional capital. So sometimes you realize that most of the donations go to Accra, Kumasi, Tema, those big cities. And these ones in the smaller cities are left out. So we felt that it was the right place to come and share with them these few items. We hope it's not going to be the last. We pray for God's grace in the year coming and also peace for the country.
News Today takes a break. We'll be back with business. Welcome back. Emmanuel Wiafe is here with business. Emmanuel, how are you?
Dennis, I'm fine, thank you. Christmas Eve is here.
Christmas Eve. Work as usual, but how's business?
Well, business is fine, and this afternoon we're getting some bank official tell us about bank assurance. It is a product in insurance for banks specifically.
Okay.
All right, so bank assurance, an insurance product offered to banks by some insurance companies, is gradually gaining popularity within the banking industry. However, banks and telecom companies also offer similar services. But the head of bank assurance at Stanbic Bank, Henry Manyo-Planch, tells Joy Business banks are by no means in competition with insurance companies and telcos.
The bank has a certain relationship and engagement with the customer that insurance companies are never ever likely to have. Again, most banks are widespread. The Stanbic Bank is in some 35, going on to 36 locations. Far more than any insurance company has branches now. So that's one point. We are around the country. Customers can easily access us wherever they are. The second point is that by our bank assurance offering, we are able to offer cheaper products. If you take any product from any of our underwriters, like for like, the product is cheaper if the customer bought it from us. What we've been able to do is to break down the premium build-up at the insurer end and to say, how have we come in to offer savings, whether it's on administrative costs, sales costs, and any other such costs. And these costs are passed on directly to our customers. So in terms of pricing, our customers are enjoying a great benefit. There's also the convenience of us offering as a bank a one-stop shop financial services solution. So the customer walks in to do any kind of banking transaction, and in addition to that, whether it's their transactional, their loan needs, their investment needs, any payment needs, in addition to that, they can in under 5 minutes conduct their insurance transactions, and they do not have to spend money traveling the city to do that. So the banks still have an edge, and we're going to have an edge for a very long time.
Henry Emmanuel Plange is head of bank assurance, Stanbic Bank. Now, there has been increased investment in the high commercial office complexes as well as residential facilities across the country over the past years, and such investments require the services of facility management to ensure their consistent maintenance and is prolong their lifespan in the future. But there is a concern local facility management firms are not ready to take advantage of this growing market. Abigail Adomako Entry has more on this.
Ghana's real estate industry seems to be on an upswing. Economic growth over the past decade has led to increased investment in high-rise commercial office complexes, shopping malls and residential facilities. These facilities require maintenance to ensure better value. This makes the services of facility management crucial.
You're looking at not just something is spoiled and I'm fixing it, but you're looking at long term, you're looking at the property living its life to its fullest, even when at the time where you may consider it's going down, you're looking at how to maintain and refurbish it. All these fall under a scope of a facility management company or service. So with regards to that and the economy, you're looking at things or buildings that are able to sustain for a long time, which means that businesses are able to operate in a better environment, a more conducive environment, and definitely output is better. Once you get better output, you are looking at a better GDP.
The development is creating opportunities for professional facility managers, but some analysts are worried the facility management services sector is dominated by foreign companies.
At the moment, that property management and facility management sphere is dominated by the likes of JHI. Ultimately, the greatest opportunity is that we as local businesses are able to build a capability up to the point where we take over the full service scope of property and facility management services for those commercial properties.
Some local firms are meanwhile bracing the odds to take advantage of the opportunities in the sector.
We have taken the lead in the FM sector in Ghana as an indigenous company. We have been able to get under our wings a lot of service providers that we are building their capacity to be able to meet the challenging standards that some of our clients demand. So we undertake a lot of training of our service providers or even of our staff. We send them outside to be able to learn the new methods that international facilities management requires.
Although facility management is at a budding stage in Ghana, the growth of the real estate industry makes it a crucial service. Abigail Adamakunchi for Joy News.
And now some petroleum updates. Prices of petroleum products are expected to go up soon with the passage of the Energy Sector Levies Act 2015 by Parliament yesterday. The Act seeks to realign petroleum-related taxes by adjusting some of the levies and abolishing others. The rationalization and cost implications on the ex-pump price of the petroleum products, which are expected to be announced soon, using the crude of oil price of $48 per barrel with introduction of the new levies. Premium petrol is expected to go up by 5.8% and gas oil by 2.9%. And that's it. And that's it for business for the afternoon. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for staying. It's time for Sport on News today, and Benedict Owusu is here with sports. Benedict, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing
Merry
great.
Christmas to you too.
Merry Christmas.
What are we doing for this Christmas?
You're going to play football.
Oh, please.
You're keeping ourselves fit, isn't it?
Absolutely, we do that. And we can talk some sports here on News today. Now, Youth and Sports Minister Dr. Mustafa Ahmed, the Central Regional Minister Mr. Aquinas Kwanzaa have been touring the newly constructed Cape Coast Stadium in the Central Region. Now, the 18-seater capacity stadium was 95% complete in September when Joy Sports visited the facility. Now, Cape Coast-based journalist Santi Fukuo, who works with ATL FM, is with the Sports Minister and joins me on the line. So, Asante, good afternoon for your time. And if you can hear me, you know, what has the Minister been saying and what exactly did they come to do there this afternoon?
They came to do the final inspection on the Cape Coast Stadium, and the Minister, Dr. Ahmed Mustafa, is happy with work so far. For now, they are almost 99% complete. It is left with only the floodlights that will be fixed within this week. And according to the minister, they think by 31st of January 2016, everything, the stadium should be handed over to the government of Ghana. And they are yet to decide which teams to play to commemorate the stadium. But we are thinking that no matter what, two Cape Coast clubs, Epsilon Dwarfs and Vipers, should play either as a curtain raiser or the main match. But they are thinking maybe national teams could do. So far, so very good. Dr. Ahmed Mustafa came with Thomas Aquinas, who is the regional minister, and also the Chinese ambassador to Ghana and other dignitaries. So far, so very good. I think they were impressed with the work so far at the Cape Coast Stadium.
The minister and also the sports minister, and the regional minister, and same as the ambassador. What did they tell you?
In fact, to them, they think there's a good collaboration between Ghana and China, and the whole stadium cost $30 million. And it's a grant from the Chinese government to the Ghana government, and they think it's a very good work done, and it will promote sports in Central Region and Ghana as well. To them, they're okay with the work so far.
Okay, thank you very much, Asante Foucault. He's a sports journalist based in the Cape Coast, works with ATL FM, speaking to me from the Cape Coast Stadium, where we had a youth and sports minister and also the regional minister and the Chinese ambassador touring the facility there. Well, we can continue and do some more here and continue our review for the year in the world of sports. We turn our attention to the sporting heroes we unfortunately lost in the year. Joy Sports pays tribute in the following reports. Repeat or revenge bill headlined by Bukom Banku and Ayiti Powers at the Babara Stadium in Kumasi. That's going to be on December 26th, Boxing Day. Well, the fight, which is a dream come true for the anxious fans in Kumasi, will hopefully settle the argument or otherwise about who is the better boxer of the two. Now, the very attractive price package of a Range Rover SUV, cash and a holiday in South Africa for the winner is a big motivation for the crack bout. Joy Sports editor Nathaniel Lato has been looking at what is going to happen on Saturday.
I'm overdosed with music, super scary. The pluses will surely go for Bukom Banku, who is unblemished in 27 fights. Accompanying that is a massive knockout ratio because as many as 20 wins have come by way of knockouts. In terms of achievements, previous belts like the WBO Africa Light Heavyweight and Cruiserweight, as well as ABU titles, place him poles ahead of Ayiti Powers, whose professional record stands at 21 wins, 24 losses, and a draw. But of course, Powers brings to the table his showmanship that gives the required magnetic effect for all eyes and ears of the public. He also provides some sort of opposition for the yet-to-be-tested Bukom Banku, if the full distance maiden bout was anything to go by. Powers has promised to cause an upset, so as many who will be watching will expect the end script to be tweaked if possible. This is
So it's on this Saturday at the Babara Stadium, Bukom Banku, Ayiti Powers. If you're in Kumasi, just make your way to the Babara Stadium this Saturday for that big bout there in Kumasi. And that will end sports. My name is Benedict Osu. Have a great afternoon.
Becky.
So it's time for entertainment news here on News Today. This afternoon, we bring you South Africa singer Hlon Tombela has promised fans and gospel lovers across the country to a fantastic show at this year's Explosion of Joy concert organized by Joyful Way Incorporated on 26th December 2016. She spoke to us.
Joyful is a big choir and they're doing great. I was listening to them and I was like, wow, they're such a beautiful musicians, beautiful singers, talented in every way. And I cannot actually fathom what's going to happen on the 26th. But from what I'm seeing here, it's going to be quite a big explosion. It's going to be fun. It's my first time coming to these shows. Apparently it's an annual thing, and I'm coming here and I'm so excited, and they sound amazing. So it's going to be a mind-blowing thing. Presence of the Lord will definitely be there. I'm so excited.
Tomorrow, you're invited to some live band music on the forecourt of Multi TV here at Kokomemle. And Nanaya Brefo joins me in the studio with some details. Thanks for joining me. Hello.
Thank you. Hi.
What should we expect tomorrow, Christmas?
Well, I mean, the whole year, Adom TV has tried to entertain people, our local viewers and stuff like that tomorrow. We like them to enjoy our live band music, which would, we've done it before, and then we're doing it again tomorrow by 6 to 9. And we have Omania Champon who's coming, we have Ophelia Nyantechi, we have Anita Friye, Willie and Mike, all of them passing through. We just invited Sydney as well. So we are hoping our own Sally Gali will also pass through. All the presenters on Adom TV, everybody who they've loved, Songo Fire for Fire, everybody's coming, and we invite you too. We want people to come, it's free, we just want them to enjoy. We'll do it outside. Forecourt of Multi TV. It's opposite Joy FM actually. So when you come, you get to Circle. Just ask of where Joy FM is. Opposite that, you'll find our live band. 6 a.m. 6 a.m. So you're tired. Yeah. And they don't just play gospel. Our live band guys play all kind of songs. So you hear Mansa, you hear Brother, Pablan's tunes, everybody Sammy's song and all that there. So tomorrow is going to be fun.
You're looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too. We are not going to have proper big jam, just a live band, that's it.
All right. Thank you so much, Nanaya.
Thank you too, Becky.
In other stories, joy news, we were at Samini's birthday party and we bring you highlights of that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Hip, 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 hip. Make tempo, Emmanuel, make tempo, open overspeed, Emmanuel overspeed. So tell me any way you want to, baby, I will give it to you full blow.
That's it for entertainment. My name is Becky.
So that's all for this edition of News Today. But before we go, Joyful Way Incorporated will be treating us to some of their renditions on tomorrow's AM show. Don't miss out. And remember that you can kindly log on to myjoyonline.com for more news. Thanks for staying. My name is Benis Abu Beidu. Have a good afternoon.